Welcome, this is Scott Rick, and I'm going to show you how to connect to the ReadyTech Lab environment. You would first go to https://sag.instructorled.training, and when you do, you're going to see this login where you have to provide your access code. The instructor will give it to you. There's that access code, and you're going to click on Login. Once you do, we ask that you go ahead and put in your first name, your last name, and then this OK. This is agreeing to the training. When you do click on that OK, don't put anything else in. Lobby will be information about the lab itself and what you're connecting to for this class. And then over in here on the support tab will be ReadyTech information if you needed to contact them, call them on the phone, send an email to them. On the upper right-hand corner will be your name, and this is where you could go ahead and log out if you needed to. But the tab you're most interested in is that center one, and in that center one, you'll have the lab hopefully is up. You can connect to this lab, and this is the login credentials right in there. Now this will use an HTML5 connection. If you have a slower computer, at the end I'll talk to you about an RDP connection. So you click on Connect to Lab, select the appropriate icon, in this case it's Training User. It'll ask you to log in and give that appropriate password, and the blue button will let you go ahead and connect to the actual lab. And you're in the lab. Now, the default mode of the lab is this best fit, but there's a lot of browser information up top as opposed to area that you can work on the lab. So there's also two other modes that you can do from this little desktop. You can do desktop detach window or desktop full screen mode. If you say detach window, then you'll actually get to see that you have much less taken up by the browser, and you still have your menus, and this is your lab over in here. This viewer toolbar we'll get to shortly. If you're in that mode, this little attach button, which is in the main browser window, would pull it back to where it was before. That's it. If you did desktop full screen mode, then you're going to go ahead and see the entire desktop will be taken up with that lab environment. You need to escape to get back again. Once you've done that, that viewer toolbar will be in detached mode or in the full screen mode, and you can go ahead and get rid of it by clicking on this little pin next to it. It'll unpin it, move your mouse away, and in 3 seconds it's going to go ahead and hide itself. If you hover your mouse back up there, within 3 seconds it's going to show again. You can use that X in the corner to disconnect from the lab. Once you get into the lab, you need to set what is your favorite language that you want to use. We have an international company, so some students like German, Arabic, and then US is what we're going to have. Well, in the little toolbar, there's a little icon that shows the default language that it is right now. To change it, you're going to go Start, Control Panel, Region and Language. Once you get there, there'll be keyboards and languages, and you get to change the keyboard. When you change it, it's going to ask you to choose your default language. For me, it's English, US over in here. And then down below is a list of all the possible keyboards. You'll want to highlight every keyboard above the language you like and click on Remove. So German, and I'm going to click on Remove, and then I've left US as the topmost one. Once you're done, click on OK. When you go back to that, hover your mouse over that keyboard, you should see the keyboard you want, and it should be the highest in the list over in there. When you're done for the day, you can disconnect by using that little disconnect button, or the X in the corner of the browser. If you disconnect, the next time you go to the URL of sag.instructorled.training, it'll actually still have that Connect to Lab. If you log out from this little drop down, then the next time out you would actually have to put your access code back in. Now that's it for most people. You're done. For those that do need RDP, I'm going to show you how you can do your RDP, just for those that need RDP. What you would do here is, in the lower section of your lab, there'll be this RDP row, and you can click on that button. It'll let you change from off to on. Then it should go ahead and pop up this enable external connection. Go ahead and enable it. In a little while, it'll tell you about the details of it. You just click OK, and then it shows you all the details in a row. Under config file, click on it, and it's going to let you save the RDP file, and that would be the information to connect via remote desktop protocol. So I clicked on OK. I've downloaded it. I go to that appropriate directory, double-click on that RDP, allow it to connect, and then over in here, it's probably going to have the wrong username and password. Go ahead and click on Use Another Account, and then you put in this/training secret to log in. You need this to get rid of your personal domain so that you are left with the domain to get onto the actual lab. Finally, it's going to say here it's not the right security certificate. Just say ignore that, say yes, and then you'll be connected to the actual RDP lab and do your lab as normal. When you're done, you can again hit the X in the corner to disconnect. We do ask you, if you're using the RDP connection, at the end of the day, again, click on that on to disable the RDP and turn it off, and then the next day you can go ahead and click it again and start back over again, turn it back on, go through the process and reconnect to the RDP. And with that, you're ready to go ahead and do the labs in your exercise, and I thank you very much.